Yes, I'm trying to ruin your reputation, Mo.
Uh-oh.
By starting rumours of you being sweet. How you doing, Mo? It's going to be a quiet day today, I would say. Everybody's doing family and all that fun stuff.
Where is the chat going? Come on, you can do it. Comments. There they are. Hi, guys. Playing with this stupid stuff, not behaving. Hi, Mo.
Just fabulous Mo. All right. Gotta do these little wordy things. Jesus. Oh my God, I can't see my floor for little cut off endy bits. It's ridiculous. It's so, oh, for goodness sake.
Hi, Jenny. Am I freaking upside down?
Hang on, I'm upside down. I can't see anything. Dropping shit on the floor. Hi, Jenny.
I can switch settings to it's on my regular camera instead of my.
You are upside down.
Hold on.
Or is it me down under?
Oof. Better?
That's better.
Okay. If it goes straight from my camera and not through the app, it does that dumb crap.
Have a very good view of your keyboard.
It's not a very pretty one, so I don't know.
No, that's
unfortunately, if I bring my camera any further this way, well, I would have to like literally have it hovering over the. It would be bad, and
okay.
I can't bring it. This is as good, so I have to like work here.
Okay.
Here, I'll move my keyboard. I don't have anything pretty to sit here. You guys can stare at this pony.
Hi, Julia. Trying these little words with smaller words on them. See how they look.
Hi, Julia. I am trying to use up some kits and get cards sent out because there's I have people that they don't care if I worked my butt off on the card or if it's just a kit card, which not don't ever think that some of these are really gorgeous, but like the people who I make the simplest card and they're like, that's amazing, because they've literally not done anything since second grade cutting out paper. So I get less fussed about those than other card makers. And
I love cards. I don't care if they're made by a first grade crayon drawing.
Well, I like cards. A first grader making a card, but I'm saying like, I'll make something. I made a very simple card for my mother for,
yeah,
whatever today was, Thanksgiving.
No, for the people. Oh, okay, for the people that I know are going to throw it straight in the bin, I don't make cards for. I just buy generic $1 cards from the cheap shop. At least I've thought of them.
Yeah.
They can't say I didn't think of them, but I'm not going out of my way to make a beautiful card for them.
Right. Yeah, like my brother never gets a handmade card, or if he does, it's like I literally slap a piece of scrapbook paper, then Merry Christmas or something. because he's never even said, "Hey, thanks for sending me a card." He just is. He's definitely a dude.
Lucky to get a text message from my brother.
Yeah. I hear from my brother on my birthday and Christmas, and then sometimes I run to him into him at the grocery store.
How's everyone's day going? I know there's a lot of people live right at this very moment. I saw lots of pop-ups. Most of them are sales.
I can't even look at sales, right? Like I know I've got to do Christmas shopping, and I just cannot right now.
Yep.
I mean, unless it's a horse sale. Maybe.
Maybe.
Hi, Sandy. Mo, you never answered my question about me sending you that journal.
She's ignoring you. I've been trying to send her stuff for ages. She won't even let me send her.
My friend will be bringing it to the UK, and if I have to have her put it on her lawn, I will. It's literally a cookie box, so it's a cookie wookie bookie.
Cookie wookie bookie. That's cool.
It's made with Walker's shortbread biscuit box.
Hi, Sandy.
Any excuse to eat shortbreads.
I love you, coffee.
My father-in-law was doing his best to make sure everybody got toasted today. What's wrong?
Cookie says she loves the cards made by the little ones. It says, "I love you, Cocky."
Oh, that's funny. Hi, Sandy.
Hi, Cindy. How you doing? I'm putting much smaller words on this lot of cards just in case people get offended.
People need to chill out if they get offended. Like, just keep walking. That's it.
Yep.
Like, if you don't like something, don't buy it.
Hi, Tina. How you doing? There's a lot more people coming in than I thought. I thought they would all be.
Dude, we don't want to hang out with our families. We're all done with that.
Done with that? Had enough. I'm going to play. I'm just going to finish off these inappropriate cards, make a few more Aussie Christmas cards, and then I'm done with the makes for the market. I just got to organise all the boxes. My husband this morning goes for his walk on the beach every morning, and it's his thinking time, and he has to text me his thoughts. It's like, Jesus, man. So he sends me a list of everything we need to pack in the car for the market. So thank you, darling.
Hopefully he doesn't do it one item at a time.
No, it came in a whole text this time. Like,
okay.
Yeah. A couple of years ago, he would have sent it one at a time. But I've learned him up a bit now.
Although we had a discussion with the kids, I'm like, the reason I do that tiny text thing is we used to not be able to text long sentences and stuff. Like, I've been texting since texting was a 1111.
Up. She's done. She was done by 2. Home by 4. Well done, Cindy. Good work.
This is I think the 3rd year we've had chicken instead of turkey because Tom is an only child, and my family is, after my dad died, there we don't get together like we used to, and so it is. I just stuck stickers where they should not be. We have like 6 of us, and not everybody likes turkey, so Grandma just makes chicken.
Yep.
Tom's mom. Which is good because it's not a big waste. And
hi, Tammy.
Oh, pot roast. Yeah. Hi, Tammy. Today on the drive home, I said to my husband, do you think maybe next year we could do like lasagna? I know lasagna is not at all Christmassy, but I like it so much. It's not, it's not seasonally appropriate, but. And part of it is like, everything is.
Who made the rule?
It's an American tradition thing. Nobody, but it's applied as if it is a rule.
It's like everybody slaving over a hot stove here in the height of summer, making a full Christmas dinner. And it's like 36 degrees. The pool feels like a bath. And you are making roast, why?
Right. No, I think it's in summer you should be having a salad.
Well, we have both, so.
Right. No, but I mean, just like a cold, nothing hot. That's.
Yeah, no, they won't do it. They will not do it. They'll do prawns and salads, but they'll also do, a roast leg of lamb and a roast chicken and a ham and all that sort of stuff, and all the trimmings.
Just doesn't. I don't know. By the time I got to be in my 30s, like if I was cooking like Christmas Day, we would have like tilapia and fresh green beans because we casserole everything to death. Like, I don't know if it's just my family or if it's just an American tradition, but green bean casserole and corn casserole and casserole.
And we don't do that.
I just
do casserole in the winter, and that's about it.
Hi, Tina. Oh, pork tenderloin sounds good. But yeah, I do, if I make I do just regular green beans, sometimes even just, steamed and then done in olive oil, like almost like still crispy. I don't know what you call it, it's how I cook them. And then I don't do the sweet potato casserole. I just want sweet potatoes, salt and pepper. I don't want the whole, like my dessert's my dessert. I don't need my sweet potatoes to be dessert. So like, I feel, that's why I said my head was going to explode, is like, I had more carbs today than I've had in a year. Well, not really, but like that's what it feels like right now.
Yes.
Because mashed potatoes and noodles and. So. Don't get me wrong. I love my carbs. They're my friends, but they don't love me back.
Yeah, I've got to cut back on carbs. That's why I've been doing the whole no eating after 7 p.m. to stop the...
Fasting really does work, especially for blood sugar.
Yeah.
Like your body gets a chance to reset instead of constantly be flooded.
Yep.
Here's our first cute nutcracker.
Oh, hang on. Let me put you on full so I can see it. Oh, that's cute.
And I'm making them as tags because that's what they're made to be. But then they are 5.5 inches long. So I may just shove them on the fronts of cards. But I'm going to make them as they are, get it done, and then decide.
Yep.
So.
Very cute. Look, 16 minutes in and you're already showing finished results. Way to go.
It's a kit. It's cheating.
You don't care. You don't care.
It still counts, but I'm just saying. I accept that my cheating is cheating, and I'm okay with it. Wait, did he not have boots? No, he had a mustache instead. Well, at least the girl doesn't have a mustache. That's good.
That's very good.
I mean, she could if she wants. I could draw one in to give her a good little swirl going on.
My youngest son, he's an asshole. I love him to death. And he's got the most wicked sense of humour. I don't know where he gets it from. But I haven't seen him for a year in person. Like, we video chat every week. But I haven't seen him in person for a year. And the last time I saw him, he came up here and what did he say? Way to go on the goatee, Mum. It's like, damn it, I haven't waxed.
It's No Shave November, duh.
Thanks for the reminder.
Duncan made the nurse the other day almost piss her pants when we went to the doctor's office because Duncan says what he thinks and he's mentally 3, so he has no filter at all. And then my sense of humor. And I had asked the doctor to send Duncan's caregiver outside so that we could talk about things like he pronates and they're not putting him in his lace up shoes all day because he's home all day. So we have to like literally make a rule that they have to do it because nobody can just do what they should do without being told. So we're walking back and the nurse, whose name's Laura, says, Duncan, are you going to go get Will now? And he goes, everybody cover your ears if you're sensitive. Will is a fuck face.
Oh, no.
And Laura looked at me and I was like, I'm not going to tell him he can't say it when it's the truth. I don't know what you want me to do about this, but I can't tell him no, that he's bad for saying it because it's true. And he didn't say it. There was no hateful to it. It was just a statement. That's my boy.
My youngest has no filter and he has no learning disabilities. Takes after his mom.
I just always think it's the funniest part for me is that Duncan isn't usually like what he says is correct and he's not wrong. It's not like he just said something, it's like, well, I mean, if I didn't know the rules of decorum, I would not have said that. I might have said the exact same thing you just said.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's what I meant when I said, please send the caregiver out of the thing because, they literally have a $500 a month budget to take Duncan out driving, and I own the car. and pay the insurance and all of that. And they just won't take him because it's, too much like work.
Oh, okay.
So I'm literally going to have, as soon as my son has his, he has a permit right now, but he goes, well, I can't drive without an adult in the car. I'm like, well, technically Duncan's an adult, and you're driving around town with Duncan. No one's going to care. So that's going to be how Isaac pays for his car insurance. Taking Duncan for drives because his caregivers won't do it. Choking words. Who said choking words?
We used to love taking him for a drive. Except the one that used to undo my seatbelt and knock the car out of gear and pull the handbrake on and all that sort of stuff. So
no, well, that's what Duncan, the reason we own a van for Duncan is that he will do all of those things. And he can, his arms are really long, so you can't keep him from reaching the front seat. So the only way to keep him from reaching the front seat is we have a van and we've taken the middle seat out. So he sits in the back, but I can still reach to hand him, if I get him snacks, I can reach to hand it to him or whatever, but he cannot shift the car into reverse.
Yep.
I know. I'm such a buzzkill.
Okay, Cindy.
What's a short video?
A short video, usually under 3 minutes.
Well, I was being sarcastic because even my Treasure Trovember ones be 6 minutes, even though I'm trying to make it quick.
I very rarely do shorts, so because I'm hopeless at them.
Yeah, I need to go through and maybe find some stuff that I can pull out of some of my videos because my most beloved video was the video of me trail riding Rain, people who aren't even craft people looking at Rain just trotting through the woods. I'm like, oh, I didn't know everybody wanted to see my horse trot through the woods.
Yeah, that's why I started putting little hot rod clips up there, because I went live one day in the hot rod on a cruise down the Esplanade, and I got more views than I've ever got on any of my videos from strangers. Alrighty.
Right.
All of that.
Yeah, because if it then eventually brings a few people who are your,
Yeah. But, an ad's an ad. I don't care who's watching it. I'm still going to get paid for it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not even kind of close to there.
My whole 1.7 cents or something, whatever it is. No, the beach is, they got good views, my little beach walks. It's too damn hot down there at the moment.
Yeah, I literally made me contemplate, every time I go down to feed, just recording Ember whinnying when I come down to feed, because it'd probably get views, but.
Yep.
But then I would feel well, I better go down and pick the stalls before I walk down there and take a video. Somebody might not like poop.
People like watching videos of cats licking their butts, so.
Right.
Drive-by video. What did I miss? We all know this is a get rich quick. You're right. That certainly was a short video. Well done. You're probably done by the time I said, okay, Cindy.
She didn't want to miss anything. She wants me to come get that pony that's down by her.
Not another pony.
I really don't need another horse, but I don't like having an odd number is weird because people don't realize that horses are, because they're herd animals, they do not like being alone.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you have 3, what you have is buddies and then a guy who isn't getting like, so I got home today and Chance was standing on the lawn because since Rain's dead, he was like, I need somebody to talk to. So he's standing in our lawn. I'm like, no.
Hi, Regan. How you doing? Regan? I don't know which one it is. I'll just call you Regan. My son's girlfriend is Regan and she gets Reggie. Got it right the first time. I can't remember what I said now. Regan.
You said Regan first.
Okay. Regan. There you go.
Tommy, go take your butt to your bed. Tommy didn't get to go with me today, so he is very mad. My in-laws have never told me Tommy can't come, but they're very dramatical, and so.
Okay. Molly doesn't get to come with us very often anymore because she's decided that when she wants to poop, she's going to poop. She don't care where she is. So.
No, that's not a problem with Tommy. We go, like in the summer, we go and we take Tommy because then we're outside or we're in the garage, but their house is museum-esque.
But we've got tile, so we don't mind. She's got mat. I put puppy mats down at the back door and she pees on those of a night time if she can't get out in time, but she hasn't quite worked out then I should poo on that as well if I'm going to poo inside.
Yeah. I think in the scheme of things, you know, as long as you don't have carpet, which if you've ever pulled carpet out of your house, then carpet's gross whether or not you have dogs. Yeah.
We've got a carpet cleaner anyway, so I'll just run over that every now and then because it still gets a musty smell from doggies walking in their own pee outside and then walking inside.
Yeah. Well, I reckon the stuff my children track in are just as bad as the stuff the dogs track in because my dogs don't have treads on their shoes.
Don't look at me like that. She's looking as if you're talking about me. That's just rude.
Yeah, Sandy, I pulled carpets out of my previous house, which is the house now Duncan lives in. And when I saw how much stuff had gone through the carpet to the floor underneath, that was the end of carpets I could not pull up and launder or throw away. And I don't buy expensive rugs because as soon as you buy an expensive rug, somebody is going to vomit on it. At least that's my life experience.
That's why you buy washable rugs.
Yeah. I just I buy something like inexpensive that I like and then.
Well, I just buy oversized, like really large bath mats that go at the kitchen sink and at the back door, and then they just go in the washing machine. So. Because the carpet that is in this house is dark, almost grey-brown colour. It's horrible. Every piece of fluff, crumb, all shows up on it. Molly's 16 and she's, I think she just gets forgetful. It's like, oh, got to poo now.
I'm going to do whatever I want when I'm that old. So
if we're not looking at her, and she's sort of glancing at us and glancing at the door, because she doesn't go to the door and bark or want to go out. We don't have doggy doors because snakes, that big snakes come inside. So yeah, our own fault. But she's 16, so
she can do what she wants.
That much longer with her, so.
I think animals, it's a trade-off. Like, you know, my grandma never had animals in the house and her house was pretty much always spotless. But, you know, the happiness that my dogs bring me, you know, I can sweep a few more times a week or suffer with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cindy, that was the way I grew up in a house. And I remember I was a little kid and I would read home decor magazines and stuff, because what kid doesn't? And I would tell my dad, oh, I just really, really, really want hardwood floors. And Dad's like, you can't just put hardwood floors in, Cheryl. It's expensive. And when I was 16 going on 17, we sold the house, and the guy that bought it went to pull the carpets up. And guess what was in my bedroom underneath those ugly freaking brown carpets?
Hardwood floors.
Exactly. So, and the house was built in the 70s. So everything was green or brown. Everything.
Yeah. Burnt orange and brown.
Yep.
Lime green and brown.
Ours, it wasn't lime green. It was that avocado.
We had that carpet. I remember the carpet, and it had the stripes with the orange and the brown and the...
My grandma had proper shag carpet, the kind that you rake.
Just envisioning doing what I want whenever I want.
Exactly, Sandy.
Oh, nice.
Who pooped? Oh. Well, that's probably still better than the carpet. As a mother of a kid with severe special needs, I can say I've seen some shit, and I mean literally, in my life. And when people ask, how do you do it? You get up and you put one foot in front of the other.
Do what you have to do with what you have.
Yep.
It's called parenting.
Lots of people don't. Lots of people bail. The number of kids in Duncan's school that had nobody. He has roommates that, you know, at Easter and stuff, I'm the one who buys them, you know, makes them Easter baskets and stuff, because I can't see Duncan getting an Easter basket and his roommate not. It's not.
Yeah.
Not going to work for my sensibility. I say as if I have any sensibilities at all. You know, it's funny. I had the intention when I decided I was starting a channel to like not really mention Duncan, because I'm like, you know, I have no desire for people to feel bad for me or anything. And then I've met a couple people who are in similar situations, and the only reason they know it is because I mentioned it. And then, they've messaged me off of here and
Yeah.
saying, thanks for making me not feel like I'm alone. So I changed my mind.
Yeah. It's always nice to know you're not alone.
Right. And I mean, it really is something that I'm not going to go around telling people all Duncan's anything he's ever done that's bad. But if somebody messages me and like, how do you survive this? And we go, well, listen, this is what, because it's just different.
Hi, Desiree.
I feel like I have more nutcrackers than I have wording for the nutcrackers.
Well, you're keeping everyone amused with actually doing something. All I'm doing is prep work.
Inking.
Prepping.
Oh, Tina's right there. Tina's one of the people that she has a grandson with special needs, and she would not have known that, I was where I've been in the world if I hadn't said so. So, okay, the ones that don't have words, I'll put aside because I don't know why it seems like I'm short on wording. 2 of those. It's like they slipped in a couple extra nutcrackers and didn't realize it, but that means I don't have enough words for all of them. All right, somebody tell me which ones of these are in German so I can send them to... Oh, here's a cheer one. I missed a couple. It was me. I'm the problem. It's me.
You're the problem. It's you. Where's my...
Although it still looks like it's only enough for 3 of each. 1, 2, 3. So I need a for you. Pour toi. Who speaks French? Actually, you know what? I have a friend. Okay, this makes me feel like a bad human too because it's the black nutcracker and he's African, so I'm doing it anyway.
Yep, everyone has a story, Cindy, and that's why you should always be kind because you never know what someone's going through. Unless they're an absolute cow, and then you just...
Right, then tell them to F off.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Tina was feeling bad for taking some time for herself when her grandson was home, and we literally cannot do it all. Exactly. And taking care of the first thing they tell you when you're on an airplane is secure your own oxygen. And it isn't because you're not supposed to care about the person next to you. That's if you lose consciousness and die, you're never there,
You're never there. You're not there to help anybody if you can't function.
Take care of yourself. Yeah. I had for a while with Duncan when it was just me after my husband and I split. It was rough because I had sleep deprivation and, but I figured out if I, it was going to kill me if I didn't do something because of the sleep deprivation.
Yeah. Hey, Pam.
Hey, Mama. What's up?
How was your turkey day?
Did you survive?
Yeah, so you're not in jail, or is this your first phone call?
I don't want a phone call. Can I just go on a live, please? She's in the back of the police car right now.
Cooking right now. Okay, we won't talk too loudly so they overhear us. See, if you had it done lunch, it would have been over and done with by now. But no, you had to have dinner. shoot, that's the wrong side. Wrong side of the paper, you dill. Why didn't you tell me, Jenny? You're supposed to be looking out for me.
She was laughing. I had a moment where the TV kicked on and I thought, what are my children doing? And then I remembered the children at Grandma and Grandpa's. It's my husband. So most of the children are at Grandma and Grandpa's. Sandy, I didn't even bring home leftovers because I was like, the last thing I'm going to want is dressing later. If I want something later, I'm going to have protein shake or something here. I'm not having any more dressing or mashed potatoes or any of it.
Well, we're going out for dinner tomorrow night with the Hot Rod Club for our Christmas do, so I am eating salad today. Nothing but chicken and salad. Fruit. All right, that'll do.
Oh, crack.
What's crap?
I said frack because my little thing I was gluing down fell over and landed upside down in the glue.
Awesome.
Luckily, the glue dries clear, so we'll pretend it never happened. I think you would like these little guys because they already have what looks like stickles on them.
Awesome. Love
Somebody already jazzed them up.
Somebody has taste.
Even if it is all in their mouth.
Where is the black ink on? Don't you be casting aspersions on my glitter stickles addiction.
I'm not saying I don't love stickles. I glittered up your Christmas card.
Woo! Yeah, well, you know yours is going to be glittered, so.
Yeah. And tomorrow, since Martha's on vacation, she left Asunda's medicine for me to send to you, so I can get to the post office.
Yay.
Wink, wink.
Nudge, nudge.
It may help with Asunda's cough, too.
Right. Beautiful. That makes me happy. Her cough is not very good.
Yeah. If I win the lottery, I'll just fly it over, hand deliver.
Personally. Beautiful.
I'll bring Martha with me, and then you can.
That's what I'm waiting for. Tonight's the night, I keep telling myself.
My sister buys a lottery ticket every week. I did dream that she won like 20 grand, which is pretty much pay off the loan we got for her little tiny house. And that would be a big off my, I don't do debt. I have a few years left to pay off my farm, and then I have no other real debt. And so having gotten that loan was very emotionally stressful for me. Yeah, be afraid, Desiree. Be very afraid. It's really just like a chat and craft when she interviews.
It's no different to when you were on with me, Desiree. It's just laughs, few questions about what you actually do and what you love, and more laughs.
But Pam's nice. Laughing. It's like with Don, Pam is nice. Speaking of which, Di, did you ever see what my new, when you look at my channel, what the background is? That day that Lily said you said special guest and she thought that was exciting. And you said, well, I can't be like, can't say I'm on with the crafty cow. So now my background picture is a crafty cow.
I haven't looked. I'll have to go and look.
I'm like, all right, okay, I'm down with it. Never one to turn down a good nickname, good or bad.
Right? I never had a nickname as a kid, and I really miss having a nickname.
I grew up without one, so when I went to Australia and there's a nickname for me, I was very excited. Like, here it's, you know, Cheryl does not have a shorter version.
Yep.
So, and then I, like, on everything else, like, my email is Shez Groomer, but people always say Shay, so I just gave up.
Should have put an extra Z in there so they got it.
Right. Then they'd just be like, boy, she can't even speak French. This lady. She's a hot freaking mess.
I can be nice. I was nice to you yesterday, Pam. Don't be so rude.
Just that once. Oh, so I've decided, though, if you're going to go to this market and you think you might throat punch somebody, you should definitely record that because you're definitely going to get views. Throat punching equals views for sure. Does everybody agree? Hi, Yuda.
My hope is that I'm going to be absolutely flat knacker busy and sell everything and be home by 10 o'clock.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I think what you have is gorgeous, so I can't imagine you not selling it, but
thank you.
And I'm not saying that because I'm biased. I'm not really good at like telling people I like stuff that I don't like.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You know, when somebody sends me a photo of an unattractive baby, I have a hard time. I'm like, oh, he looks like he'd be fun at parties. My coworker sent me a picture of her great nephew, and her nephew looked the same when he was a baby. He looks like the guy that says inconceivable on Princess Bride, that actor, as an infant. And every time she sends me a picture, I crack up because I'm like, how does he look like a little old man? He's not even 2 months old.
It's like that picture of my grandson at 2 days old. He looked like a little old man.
I mean, it's adorable in its own way, but it's not like a beautiful
I said, how old
baby.
Is that kid?
Huh?
I said to her, how old is that kid? You said 2 days. Sure you had him 2 days ago. He looks like 102.
He has seen some in 2 days. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
He looks like he's seen some and wants to go back.
She was not impressed.
I always find like you can say something like, that is the cutest outfit I've ever seen. Or mom looks like she's totally in love if there's a picture of the baby and the, because it's hard when you're like, oh my Lord. Well, you know, I was really concerned when Duncan was born because one of his ears was folded over and I was sure it was never going to snap back. It did. But, you know, as a new mom, I'm like, oh no. Apparently it got smooshed at some point.
Thank you, Jutta. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I spent like $15 on My Porch Prints today. The Etsy shop. because she had 50% off her journal kits. So
yeah, I got some really nice card kits, boho ones, really bright coloured boho ones for
from
$2 each. No, from
Oh.
another seller. They had their all stuff was 75% off or something, so they were all
Awesome.
around the $2 mark. So
yeah, I got entire like journal kits for, and for like $220 or something each. So I was pretty happy because she has beautiful stuff.
yeah.
And so she's doing freebies all week on her channel. If you guys follow her, she's, so every day she has a freebie. And like today it was little tags and they were beautiful, like a little snowy owl and stuff like that. And then she does a how to put them together video every day for 7 days this week. And something different is on sale in her shop. And I was waiting. I didn't do the fussy cuts. I waited until it was the big journal day. Because then you get the pockets and the, all of the stuff. I don't usually use it as a whole kit, but that gives me more options.
Well, I just, when I buy a journal kit off someone else, if I'm not going to make a journal, I'm making cards out of it, I just print it 4 to a page. So
yeah. Some of it, I've bought kits because the background papers were pretty enough that it was worth it for me.
Yeah.
So I also bought, she has some like Christmas words tags. And it's something I could have made, but they were like, I think it was $1. And I'm like, yep. Partially because I watch her channel and she does make nice stuff. And, and it's still better than going to Walmart and spending money. Not appropriate to ask for holy water. Duncan was a normal looking, like 2-day-old, but he was like that month-old, that fat, chubby cheeks and curls. So, which was unusual in our family. Nobody had hair before him. Oh. But yeah, it's always funny to me. People are like, babies are all beautiful. No, they might grow up to be beautiful people, but some of them just aren't. I mean, first of all, my nephew was born. He was in the birth canal so long, he looked like a cone head.
Oh, no.
And he came out of it, but initially it was like, oh.
You right, Molly?
Poor girl.
Cough, cough, cough.
Yeah, it's the antibiotics, if that's related to the teeth, which it likely is, we'll take care of it. Because it can cause pericarditis, which then sounds a lot like congestive heart failure, which is bad.
Yes, and that's what we're thinking it is.
Yep. So if it's pericarditis, then the antibiotics will help a bunch. Well, I mean, if you were to get such things for Asunda.
Yes. Where's my glossy? Hold on. I've got my chair bogged. My chair's bogged.
Oh, it's not a... Yeah, you can't ask for holy water when somebody shows you a baby picture. There was an episode of Seinfeld, which I wasn't a huge Seinfeld fan, but I saw enough of them, like, there was one where they went to see the baby, and every time they walked in the room where the baby was, they'd all act like they were about to throw up. And I was like, they never showed the baby. They just implied that the baby was hideous. I think it's usually the adults I look at and think, oh, yeah. If his neighbors say they're surprised he was a serial killer, they lie. Nobody's going to be surprised. Oh, no. Did you guys just hear what sounded like a chicken in the other room?
No.
Something funny happened and my husband was laughing and it sounded like a chicken laying an egg in there.
Okay. Must have been funny.
He's watching some sort of comedian on a stand-up comedian. I think it's that Shane guy, the one that has all the... Yeah. He's a guy who was like in a gang when he was young. So he has all these neck tattoos and stuff, but he's not, he talks about like he's someplace and parents will yank kids away because they're like, oh no. So.
It's like my baby boy. And all his neck tattoos and hand tattoos and everything that he came home with pierced, and said, you're going to regret that one day. And then one day a few years ago, the message started, I don't want to hear I told you so. And then there was a picture of him getting his big stretchy ears cut and stitched back together again.
Yeah.
And now he's getting all his hand tattoos removed. So,
well, and that's what this guy has of now. He's got his arms blacked out, so you can't see what they use. But like, there isn't a single one that I didn't think about for months. It wasn't just like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get the tattoo of, you know, like all my friends who got tramp stamps at 18. Oh my gosh, my son the other day, we were at the store and there's a Plymouth. It's some stupid car that's supposed to be like a sports car, but it's got like the front wheels aren't encased and it's kind of looks hot roddy, but it also looks real goofy. Like if instead of being a real hot rod, it's a hot rod wannabe. And then the design on the back is just kind of a swirly thing, you know. Oh, here, I was trying to sketch there. Of course, I have sketch paper. It's, you know, like this figure 8 sketchy thing, whatever. And Isaac goes, why is their logo a tramp stamp? I don't know. But also, I'm not sorry I weared you.
There is a lot of especially the Chinese cars that have very questionable names.
Right. Well, you know that Chevy, when they made Novas, though, they were marketing it for Mexico. And do you know what Nova means?
No. We had a Chevy
Does not
Nova.
go.
Oh, no. We had a beautiful Chevy Nova, 65 Chevy Nova convertible. It was beautiful.
They were lovely cars, but you don't make something for a market without looking up what it means in their language.
That's just rude.
The same as, you know, the Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
Kimosabi is, they really think that they made it. It's Kien no Sabe, he who knows nothing. So the whole time, Tonto means stupid. So they're calling each other stupid and he who knows nothing.
It's like there's a car, it's the
we get you, Cindy.
Mitsubishi Pajero, which is a big 4-wheel drive, and it actually means wanker.
To describe the people who drive it?
Well, yeah. Most of them are those sort of people that have, and my dad just bought one, and I'm just like shaking my head. They have the steel balls hanging off the tow bar at the back, you know.
Oh, Lord. Make up for not having their own. Here, I'm going to look up that Plymouth thing because... it's a joke for me to type in Plymouth sports car. Prowler, maybe?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah, just, I mean, I don't know. Why does it not have a picture of the logo?
Bye, Tina. Have a good night.
Maybe this one was an additional, like she painted it, like they had it painted on because it doesn't look like that's their standard one.
They probably had pinstriping done.
Good night, Tina. Yeah, well, their pinstriper had a sense of humor, I'll tell you that. It's kind of like when you find out somebody has a tattoo that's in, a foreign language like that, and it says, soup or something instead of whatever they told them it meant.
Yeah.
Can you put hope on there? Yeah, sure. Especially having it like, an American artist do it, they do it wrong.
Yep, seen lots of those.
There was a cartoon, like a meme once, and it was like, so what does my tattoo mean? And the guy goes, you don't want to know. And he goes, well, somebody told me it means gay. He goes, well, not exactly. It means of two men who love each other, you are the girl one. That was not the exact translation. And the people getting the tribal tattoos who are nowhere near tribal.
Oh, there's so many of those.
Yeah.
So many regrets or rugrats.
Ragrets.
Ragrets.
Hey, I found that extra for you. It's right there.
Found it. Stop looking.
Now, do I stick these on a card or keep them as tags?
I was going to make some tags, packs of tags, but never got around to it.
A big part of what I'm doing is these kits take up space, and I'm trying to not have to throw away stuff I really, really love. So I'm trying to use up the kits, or at least pull them out of their boxes and store them better. But
well, I'm actually going to do a series next year probably on the Wednesday night or Wednesday morning, and I'm going to pull because I've got a filing cabinet at the bottom of my desk on either side, filing cabinet drawer, and it's chock full of leftover kits from design team projects and I went, that's it. Every week I'm going to pull out one of those kits and make a journal and cards with whatever, and then chuck the rest because they've just been sitting there for years, not being used. Hi, Auntie. Happy Turkey Day.
Hi, Kath.
Makes me laugh when they spell a common word, but it also makes me laugh hysterically when people misuse or misspeak big words. I think there's, which is where the no self-defecating comes from. It was from the shopkeeper talking to one of her customers who had said she doesn't look good in those pants, and she went, oh, there's no self-defecating, and which was the wrong word, but man, I laughed. So now that's the perfect word. No talking shit about yourself, no self-defecating. It's perfect.
12 tags, Di.
Let me have a look. Woo-woo! Very good.
So cards or no cards?
I'd leave them as tags. They're very cool tags.
Uh-oh. Where is your mustache? It's on. Okay, never mind. I didn't do all of them with the foam tape because if, depending on where you're putting them, that could be get
no,
caught.
That's Cheryl. Cheryl's with the nutcrackers, not me. I'm doing appropriate Christmas cards.
Kath, do you need your nuts cracked? Are you complaining? There.
Good job.
That'd be cute hanging on a tree even.
Yes.
Trash. And then I have these extra. I don't think I need mustaches and stuff, but I can definitely use those little pieces of paper. Because, I don't have enough paper.
I said I wasn't going to print anything until I'd used up all the paper in my drawers. But it's not pretty enough to make cards with.
I had to buy a new printer this week. New to me. We got it off of Marketplace because that's the kind of tightwad I am. My Echo Tank decided it was going to try to print without paper in it. Like it ran through like it was printing and I walked over there and nothing had printed. And then it came up with a error saying it had paper jammed in it. And best I can tell is it shat itself and got ink all in its parts. And I've cleaned it. I've done anything I can reach to clean, I have cleaned. And so I found a cheap one actually a nicer one than this one on Marketplace. And I'm going to buy that, use it for the rest of the season. And then I can take this one apart. And then if I murder it, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Well, Kath, I was gray earlier this week, and then I went last week and went and saw the hairstylist, and now my hair's brown again.
Mine's pink. What's going on? Oh, hubby's back with the chassis for the hot rod. Wonder what was going on outside.
All right. It is getting cold out here.
Baby, it's cold outside. Oh my goodness, can you be any noisier?
Almost cut his nose. I ordered a new trimmer die again.
Another one? What sort did you order?
Yeah, it's the same one I have, but they had a sale on top of a sale, and so I got a trimmer for $12. So
that's all right. I hope it works well for you. I hate trimmers. Dislike them intensely.
As long as it's equal, you hate them all equally, it's fine.
Yep, haven't met a trimmer I like. Oh, well, I lie. That little guillotine, that's a pretty good trimmer.
Yeah, I have a guillotine that I like the way it cuts, but it wants to slam your fingers real bad. Like,
okay.
It's, and I grew up with, like, I would always help in the office when I was a, preteen in the school, like go down and get copies and stuff for the teachers. And it was, we had the big guillotine, the one that you could
the big black
cut your whole arm off with if you tried. They didn't think a thing of letting us use that crap back then.
There was no health and safety back then.
I'm back. That was me back in yours out there.
Yes, I know.
So always had to be one kid probably that did cut their arm off so that the rest of us could never use that stuff again.
There's always one.
My kids would be the kids.
No, they're usually named Craig. For some reason.
I feel like What's wrong?
Oh, when we come home and she's expecting a snack, she does this snorting until she gets the snack. Like she's dancing happily, but she's making this snorting thing. And because she's done it once or twice and got a snack, that's what she does all the time, So she thinks that's how she asks for a snack. They get this stupid snorting, and it makes him cranky. Stop doing that, he says. Stop it. Stop it. I said, well, you let her do it. You gave her snacks when she was doing it. You trained her.
Right. Excuse me while I creatively cut paper here so that I can save all the bits. I want the bears, but I don't want to cut up the trees unless I have to.
Right.
Because I may want them for something. And then if I can get straight strips too, then I can use those.
I always cut these circles. I always put these circles in my card just to decorate the blank side,
Yeah.
So that a lot of that's from scraps.
I got this paper and then I've been hoarding it because of the bears.
Hi, Patty. Happy Turkey Day.
Let's see.
Oh, I've got to go get a drink of water. I'm very thirsty. Forgot to bring my water in. Back in a sec. Just gonna grab my water.
Happy Thanksgiving, Patty. I cannot believe that because Thanksgiving was this late that it's like this close to Christmas. I'm literally, well, I guess I'm not actually freaking out, but I feel like, yep, well, nothing's getting done this year. I was going to put the tree up tonight, but the kids are at Grandma and Grandpa's and I find it's easier to put it up with them and they enjoy it. So I should do that. Plus, they can get in and out of the attic a lot faster than I can.
I don't even know if I want to put a tree up this year. We're not going to be here until like Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Then we're not having anybody here, and it'll be going to a friend's place for Christmas lunch. So
Just throw up a couple lights then.
yeah.
Because for me, that's what that's the lights that I care about.
Bless you.
Sorry. Didn't go, no mail today, so I didn't go to Martha's. I can't blame her cat. So because Tom's watching TV, he shut the door to the sun porch. So at some point, I'm going to turn blue. You guys need to call 911 for me.
We got an Alexa.
Well, a what? An Alexa? No.
I see. I always told Pam if she falls down, I'll just tell Alexa, her Alexa, to call 911.
No, I guess you could try to get Siri to do it, but Siri doesn't listen worth a crap. So now I'm just using random bits of this paper to make cards because I can. I need to get I need to see. There are definitely sentiments that go with these bears. I just don't know what they are.
Having appropriate sentiments.
I was thinking I need to make some inappropriate sentiments. Candy canes, dogs. I have pretty birds.
I'm tired.
There we are.
Does that mean you're leaving?
There's what?
Oh, Cindy said she's tired of her office. I said, does that mean she's leaving us?
So nothing exciting, bear. Like warm wishes, I guess. And just Merry Christmas. I thought there would be something very cute in there, but there's not. And this actually comes with a punch, but for this kind of thing, it's just as easy for me to cut it out as it is to punch it. But it's nice for if you're stamping it.
Okay, bye-bye. Thanks for popping in.
Night, Cindy. Rest well. I'll let you know if I'm coming to get a pony. I was looking at a pony that's apparently 75 miles from her house.
Oh, okay.
And I will steal a lizard out of the backyard again, just like I stole lizards the last time I was in Arkansas when I was a kid.
You stole lizards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anoles or some little lizards. Yeah, my parents didn't know. We went camping and I kept catching lizards and then I kept letting them loose. And then the last day we left, I snuck some into the RV, took them home. I mean, Dad should have learned after the skunk feeding incident, but he did not.
It's all their fault.
You couldn't stop me from being an animal person. There was nothing they could have done.
I found this puppy one day. when I was out horse riding, I found this little puppy in the bush. Thought I must have been dumped. So I picked it up and I brought it home, and my dad had always said, no dogs allowed. And I said, look, I won it in a raffle. I can't say no. So we had this puppy and it grew up, and something happened to it and it got hit by a car or something. And we took him to the vet. And the vet said, you know, this is a purebred dingo. Whoops.
Well, they're just feral dogs anyway. What are you going to do about it?
Exactly. My dad looked at me and he goes, where did you get this? I told you I won it in a raffle at the school. Fair.
I came home with a puppy when I was about 13 that I had gotten out the front of the grocery store. There was a box of puppies, and they were scruffy little terriers. And who doesn't love a scruffy little terrier?
Yep.
And I bring home this dog, and I named him Cricket Abraham Washington because he was born on President's Day. And my dad's telling me I have to take it back. And I said, but I named him Cricket Thomas Abraham Washington. Like, right on the dime, I just added a middle name for my dad because he was born, and my dad's birthday's same month, like in February. And it's your birthday. And I said, but I named him after you, Dad. Dad never knew what to do when I turned his own superpowers against him.
Yeah. Yeah, it was friendly. It was only a baby when I brought it home. It was just another dog.
Yeah.
Except he used to jump the fence and wander off, and that's why he got hit by a car.
He was out being a dingo.
He was.
A dingoberry. I'm going to do the stamping later, I guess.
6 foot fences, and he still jumped out.
Yeah, the dog Cricket that dog, he was a heck of a climber. Like, Dad built him a pen, he climbed out of it. So Dad put higher pin, he climbed out of it. So then he did like at the top, like they do in prisons, like everything leans in like this. He would shimmy between the barbed wire and like this dog was straight prison break his whole life.
Yeah, I had a golden cocker spaniel that my dad had bought for me, or himself, I don't know. And when we looked back through its papers, we found out why it was so feral. It was so inbred. But to feed her, someone had to distract her while you put her food down, otherwise she'd savage you, even though you were just putting her food down. And then when it was time to go out into her kennel, which was on the back veranda, she used to pee all over the floor and she'd bite you, and you know, to push her out the door with a broom sometimes. So she ended up being an outside dog for a while, and we had a pen and kennel and all that sort of stuff. And she used to climb that chicken wire, and she got hooked up on it one day, hooked up by the nose on a piece of wire. Stupid thing she was. Stupid dog. And she was so vicious. There was nothing.
Blonde cockers are some of the worst. Hi, Nifty.
Hi. How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? Yes, it ended up going to the farm.
By the farm, do you mean to meet Jesus? Okay.
Yeah, there was no getting her. We had a trainer and everything come in, and she was just feral.
My last foster dog, if she hadn't been through a rescue, would have had to go to the farm because she killed a sheep. And she was the sweetest dog with humans, but she was terrified of strangers. So, you know, if somebody would have showed up, like the other day when the sheriff came here because they thought somebody was out in the woods behind our property, she'd have bit somebody. Like, and she would not have been sorry. You know, and it wasn't, she didn't have a choice that what she was raised like or any of that, but didn't change the fact that I didn't want somebody getting bit on my watch.
Yeah. Yeah, this one used to bite anything, anybody. She was horrible.
Yeah, she said her papers said she was really badly inbred, which, you know, honestly,
Yep.
with cockers, even if it doesn't look like they're inbred, the blondes and the chocolates tend to be a little bit nuts. Like because they're only breeding for color. They don't care about anything else.
Yep. She was definitely nuts, that's for sure.
Yeah, if somebody tells me they have a buff cocker spaniel, I'm like, well, here I go. I'm going to get bit for sure. Or it's going to crap on the table, or both.
Yeah, she did all of those things. Peed all over the floor. You tried to put her out the door. You get someone up on the bench top holding the door open and someone else gloved and that to push her out the back door so she'd go to the loo, you know. So she never got to come inside very much after that. And then she was trying to escape the pen, and I mean, she was walked every day, sometimes twice a day. It's not as if she was neglected, but she was horrible.
I had a client, the dog finally passed away like last year, and it was a Westie, and at 8 weeks old, it tried to eat us for trimming its toenails. And I was like, something's not right with this dog. And I've done your dogs before. You know that I'm not just saying that. And we did that dog every week for its first year, like did its toenails and let it come in and just visit and try everything we could. And I had to muzzle him every haircut, every time, every 5 weeks for his whole life. And he never got better.
Okay, Pam, have fun.
Have fun. Good luck. Don't murder anybody. We don't have bail money.
We spend it all on trimmers.
Exactly. Well, I spent $12, so I don't think so. I'm about to spend it all on hay. I have to get 500 more bales of hay in my barn. So 300 this week, and then at the end of winter, another 200. And hay is never cheap, but this year it's slightly more expensive. It would be worse if I didn't have I didn't always buy from the same people, so they don't jack my prices around too badly. But we had, a really dry spell at the end. Like we should have had 4 cuttings, and we got 2 and a bit cuttings of hay. So.
Thank you for acknowledging my normal day, Pam.
Right. It's about time somebody acknowledged Di's normal day.
I know.
Di, do you even have normal days?
What is define normal, really?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't think.
Well, I did laundry and made my bed, had a shower. That's normal, isn't it?
That's adulting. That's some bullshit, is what that is. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Cindy left. I don't have to apologize as much.
As much.
Cindy still loves me. She still said if I come to Arkansas, I'd come visit her.
She'll warn all her family first.
Right. She won't meet me. She'll meet me at an undisclosed location. Like, you meet somebody when you buy something off Marketplace. Yeah, we're going to meet someplace public.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to save some of these bears and maybe do like a little background, put them in their trees on a little painted background. I have plenty of them. I just was thinking that would be cute. Like watercolor snow and all that jazz.
You mean frosted lace?
Well, I was probably going to get out my pan pastels because they're so much lazier than watercolors and so much easier.
Okay, where is that? Santa thinks you're an asshole too.
That's hilarious.
Perfect. Perfect.
Did you just print those or did you find those someplace?
Oh no, I made them. They're
'Cause
all
that's
out of my
hilarious.
head.
Oh, for the love of
It was
Christ.
all of those Christmas sentiments that I wished I had have had on a card.
Yeah, I'm not answering that. Sorry. Tom's grandma calls. She's at her brother's today, and one of the dogs got into xylitol, which the only reason she knew to call me was that I've said she sent sugar-free gum home with my kids. And I'm like, if my dogs eat xylitol because of you, you're paying the vet bills. And then when the dog dies, you're paying for the kids' counseling.
Oh.
So today, one of her brother's dogs got into xylitol. She calls me. I'm like, you're going to need to call the vet. Well, what do I do? And I'm like, well, if you don't get her to throw it up, it's pretty much, there's nothing they can do. Supportive care until they recover from the coma. That's it.
Yeah. Cod liver oil, syringe down the throat.
Stacy, I am in Indiana. Cindy's in Arkansas. And I kept one of the puppies from my last litter. I have fostered about 7 litters in the last 8 years. So I fostered something like 55 puppies. So I am taking a hiatus from rescue, partially because it's sometimes it's just too heartbreaking, and there's so many. I can't save them all, and I have to know that at some point. I'm no good at that, not saving them all, but I would if I could. If money was no object, I would have a big, huge fence. I have 6 acres, so I could have a big fenced area and all of the puppies. I mean, yeah, and the horses. So I know I have more of that bear paper, and I do not know which section it is. Guests of winter. Oh, I have 2 packs of that. I should probably do some of those. Or walk in the forest. That's some really old paper. I think we can get away with that. What do you rescue, Stacy? Puppies or kitties or? I also fostered retired racehorses for a while as well, and then at some point I had 4 horses of my own here, and then it didn't make any sense to also have a foster horse at all times.
So our house is here. There's the markets here. There's a whole lot of gardens in between, like gardens, and there's the crematorium, which is all their gardens through here. And in between the crematorium and the markets is the animal rescue.
Aw.
So I just take down dog food every week, or cat food, whatever's on special at the supermarket.
Kitties. I do not rescue kitties because A, the dogs, and B, allergies. I do love kitties. And actually, I say that I don't rescue them, but the kitty Ivy that I posted a video of yesterday, was found in a tree when Martha, her owner, and my vet and I were taking a walk. We heard what we thought was an injured bird, and it was a cat up in this tree. And I spent 10 minutes trying to get it down without getting poison ivy. And then I was like, oh, I can't get her. I'm going to have to get a ladder and come back. And I turned to walk away, and she jumps down and follows behind us. So she was bullshitting us from the beginning. And I mean, she was tiny. I put her in the pocket of my hoodie and toted her the rest of our walk. And then she went home with Martha and has lived the best life ever since then. But her name is Ivy because she tried to get me poison ivy on her first effort of life, which was rude. Can't just poison ivy people. It's not okay.
Can't just go around poison ivying people.
Do not fall down, Trimmer. Nobody's in the mood for your crap.
Yeah, cats are really good at bullshittery.
I mean, literally, she wasn't even probably 7 weeks old, and she was full of shit. Meow, meow, meow. I'm like, oh, God, she's stuck up there. And then I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'd gone up to the house and asked the lady, is that your kitten? Because it's stuck in that tree, and then she'd said, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, actually, she said, I can't hear you because I'm old. And then so, yeah, that's how Ivy came to be Martha's cat. So, and then yesterday I went over and I had to come home and take Benadryl because I went over and brought in Martha's mail, and Ivy was throwing a big fit, had to have attention. And I'm buying Martha a brush for Christmas because she was shedding, and I'm like, oh, my eyes. So. But Ivy is very sweet. And they have another cat named Dorothy, and I've never seen Dorothy. I've heard Dorothy. I've given Dorothy food. I've waved in her direction. And yesterday, even she was meowing. And I'm like, oh, you miss the dogs and stuff, don't you? So she was meowing and carrying on. I'm like, I wonder if I'll actually get to see her. She was a feral cat that they got from the shelter. And so she does not come out, and she does not talk. Like the first month she was there, I'd gone down to pet sit a couple times, and Martha's like, don't try to touch her. She'll claw your face off. I'm like, okay, noted. I will keep this in mind at all times.
My one and only cat I ever had was like that. He was not a snuggly cat. He used to stalk people that visited. Like, you wouldn't see him, and next minute he would come out from behind a couch and just run up their face or something.
Oh, that's fun.
And when we had a Christmas tree, he would sit in the Christmas tree and wait for people to walk past and pounce on them as they came out. He was an asshole.
I had a Siamese in high school. Well, my godparents, when my mother died and I moved in with my godparents, they had a Siamese, and he adopted me. And oddly, I never reacted to him. So I wonder if there's something different. Like, because I don't have like deathly allergic to cats. Like, I'm not going to just drop dead because somebody pointed a cat in my direction. Anybody who was thinking about murdering me. But my eyes get itchy and all that. So I've had cats, but they tend to be barn cats. But now I don't have barn cats because they kill wildlife. And I love wildlife too. I love it all.
That's what I like about Queensland. There are still a lot of feral cats, but because of our cat laws here, there tends to be a little less feral cats around.
Yeah.
They're not allowed outside your yard. You have to have a cattery to keep them in, or keep them inside. If they're found outside, they're confiscated, or everything has to be desexed, which is a good thing. If they do get out, then they're not going to be breeding in the drain system and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, they need to do that here, but people don't like regulations, and nobody wants to hear that their cats are harming, the environment. But we have, you know, I don't know how to describe it. Like people are like, well, it's a bluebird. What's the big deal? And I'm like, because we already have starlings over here running bluebirds out of their houses.
Yeah.
So
and the feral cat situation was and is still is getting out of hand all over Australia, and we've actually lost species through
yeah, for sure.
feral cats and foxes. Like a fox is an introduced species as well. So
right, because you guys somebody had to have something to hunt.
Exactly.
Rabbits and all of that's because somebody went, you know, it'd be great.
Oh, we don't even have rabbits in Queensland. Rabbits are banned in Queensland
because of some English people missed them, so they brought them, and they sometimes like they'll be flying by in flocks that basically block out the sun.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have no rabbits in Queensland. Queensland rabbits are banned. You can't have one as a pet.
Yeah.
They myxomatosis took out the natural rabbit population, and
but didn't like 3% survive, and now they're resistant because that was actually part of one of my tests on natural selection.
Not in Queensland. Look, if you saw, there's hares here. Like you can often see hares overnight time, but not actual rabbits. So some of them in Victoria, because they were absolutely rampant down there. Like they just devastated the paddocks and that of.
Yeah, we went hunting for some when I was there in New South Wales.
Yeah. So, but Queensland's the only state that actually has banned rabbits.
Yeah, myxomatosis was one of the questions on the final I had to take my freshman year. Yeah. Like you had to that was the whole question. What was myxomatosis and why is it a good example of what natural selection, what forced selection is?
Yeah. We have so many introduced species that have just come to plague proportions.
Well, you have so many things that have never competed with canids, and they just never did. So the niches were filled with stuff.
Cane beetle. They introduced the cane beetle for whatever reason they did, and then that started devastating cane crops. So they introduced the cane toad to eat the cane beetles, which has no natural enemies because whatever eats it dies, so they all stay away from it. So now we have cane toads in absolute plague proportions. So now they have the cane toad cull, where you go out and hunt cane toads.
I put a new blade on. That is so lovely.
Yeah, so it's a double coat cats that have the dander. Single coat cats don't have as much or very little dander, which is your Siamese and that sort of cat.
Yeah, I love, if I were to just go, all right, no more dogs, I'm going to have a cat, I would have a flame-pointed Siamese. I say that, but I would just go to the shelter and get a rescue because I'm a sucker for.
Well, the thought has crossed my mind to have a cat, but you're going to be living in a bus soon, so. I'm not sure a cat is a good choice unless you train them young to be on a lead,
Right. Yeah, if you got a kitten and then raised it in the bus, that would be different. I would think not getting one and then up and changing its whole lifestyle. My favorite fussy cutting scissors are in the living room because last night I was sitting on the couch fussy cutting. I think I was watching you then too. Yeah, when Jen was on.
Oh, yep.
So I said that whole time I was literally fussy cutting because it's a cardstock Mente papers. Their cardstock is amazing, but that means all their fussy cuts are on that thick of cardstock. So it takes me longer to fussy cut it than if it was.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what to take to the hospital that I can do while I'm sitting in the waiting room or back at the unit. I think I might do.
I would say your normal stuff and then take some crochet stuff because if you run out of everything else.
I think I'm going to take some beading because I noticed I'd run out of those beads.
Yeah.
Things. I might do some beading.
I just think several days you're going to. I'll send you a picture of the little turtle that I found online that I told Lily, I'm like, Lily, make crochet this for me. It's like a little bag that you can put your AirPods or a chapstick or something in.
Oh,
and
cute.
it's little tiny, thing. And it's basically a circle with some scallops on the top. And then the bottom is just a circle with looks like single crochet. And then the feet are on the bottom, which would be the plastron of the turtle. So that when you look at it from the top, it's got this shell and then you put your stuff in it and the shell's poofed up and then its legs and head and everything are attached to the bottom. So it's dimensional.
Yeah.
So it looks cool on top of,
being cute.
I like things which are adorable.
I like cute things too.
So, and I'm a huge turtle fan. So speaking of which, Stacy, I also have a rescued
Happy Turkey
snapping
Day.
turtle currently. Hi, Jennifer. I joked once with my tattoo artist that I wanted him to put all of the animals I'd rescued on a back piece, and he said he doesn't have enough time for that. Because, I've picked up possums out of the road. I have turtles, snakes. One day I realized how crazy I looked because I picked this little black snake up out of the road. And, okay, here black snakes are a rat Pantherophis species. They're not a lapid, so don't panic. Not your kind of black snakes. And so a black rat snake off the road. And I pick him up. And he's little, like a baby one. And I towed him over to this cornfield and I set him down. And I set him down and I wave. Bye, little rat snake. And then I see the cars behind us in traffic. It's a side road, so not much traffic. But the 3 cars back there looking at me. And I'm like, they absolutely. Because either they saw the snake and they think I'm crazy. Or they didn't see the snake and now I'm just double crazy. But the thing about snakes is people will run them over on purpose, even though
Yes, that really annoys me. Really
rat
does.
Snakes, especially mice and the kind of rats we have here are introduced also. They came over on ships, so they're not good for the environment either. And the snakes are good, and they get rid of those guys.
Yeah.
So.
Except those big ones that you guys let go in the Florida wetlands that are taking over.
Yeah, that was actually, they think most of that was literally one warehouse that got hit by a hurricane.
Right.
Not just individuals letting snakes loose. Not that couldn't happen, but. And then the worst part about that, though, is that, you still can buy a Burmese python here. But because of the way they do it.
Ban it, if it's
because I don't want them to ban. They can't survive here in Indiana, so they're banned in states where they can survive, which is pretty much just Florida,
right?
But then they've gone though where you can't, if you found a whole nest of babies, you couldn't sell them to somebody instead of supporting breeders. You can't rescue them; they have to literally be put down. Which goes against my sensibility. If it can be saved and go someplace where it's not, and even the people down there that own them as pets, they're the ones that were grandfathered in, those aren't the issue. It's the people. It's the fact that you could buy a baby berm for $50.
Yeah.
I carry.
Yeah.
And most people
Carrie.
don't need a small snake as a pet, let alone, because you have to have heating and lighting and all of that. And then when you get something that's then, 8 feet long and 75 pounds, now you need a really big cage.
Yeah. Well, see, my dad he used to collect venomous snakes for the CSIRO serum laboratories. So
Yeah.
he would go out and hunt the snakes, capture the snakes, bring them home, keep them in. We had a caravan that was converted, an old caravan, into a shed with heating and all that sort of stuff in it. And every day he would go down there and he would milk these snakes, and then the serum laboratories would come and pick the serum up. But in the wintertime, it was too cold out there, so he would bring them inside in big 44-gallon drums with a lump of tin and a brick on them and have them beside the fireplace. So we had very venomous snakes in the house at all times, which was not fun. But it gave me a healthy respect for snakes.
Right. I literally walked over a red-bellied black when I was there, and everybody was like, "Why didn't you freak out?" I'm like, he was sunning himself, and I was walking, and neither of us had any to say to each other.
Well, see, red-bellied blacks aren't very aggressive unless you actually stand on them. Whereas,
right. That's what, we literally walked over him. There was 20 of us, and we all stepped over him, and he didn't even look at us.
Yeah. It's the brown snakes. They're the aggressive ones.
And most snakes, it's defensive more than aggressive. But
yeah, but a brown will chase you.
Yeah.
If you try to get away from it, it'll chase you. They're aggressive little mothers. But most snakes will just go on their merry way if you let them. Yeah. It's when you try to pick them up with a stick or something.
I sat on a copperhead when I was a kid and didn't realize it until after I got up. Didn't do anything. It was probably like, well, this kid's kind of chunky.
Hi, Christina. I need to reschedule your part in Use It or Lose It into January. So because my husband's going in for surgery on the 9th, well, on the 11th, but we go down on the 9th. So I'm not going to be home for the last 2 episodes of Use It or Lose It. So we'll talk after Christmas and reschedule if that's okay with you. Because I can't do it. Won't be here. Could be live from the waiting room at the Mater Hospital, but no.
Right. Keep your phone handy in case you have to videotape anything crazy.
Absolutely. I won't go anywhere without my phone. My husband, after anesthetics, funny enough, he's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
He's a talker. My husband on morphine's even funnier, so that's hilarious.
I haven't seen this husband after anesthetic, but my ex-husband he came out of anesthetic and he had something on his gown, and I went to wipe it off, and he screams at the top of his lungs, "Don't touch my nipples." Here comes the nurse to see if something bad's happening. I'm like, I'm sorry. Apparently, I'm not allowed to brush stuff off of his chest because I'm assaulting him. And then the doctor came in to tell him about this cyst that they removed and that it had hair in it. And the doctor was kind of drawing a picture of the cyst. And he starts cracking up. "That looks like a ferret." I'm like, could you have waited to do this till he was, back?
Too funny.
my ex-husband came down the other day because he had to sign paperwork to put the house that was his and mine into a trust for him. So he was here and we were at the library and he went to leave. And you know how like you habitually say goodbye to people. And I was like, bye, love. And I'm like, ooh, gross. And the lady at the thing looked at me and I said, sorry, I almost said that thing and I almost threw up. And she was like, well, that's rude. And I'm like, well, we're still friends. That's what most people can say. No, it was not a non-absorbed piece of a twin. It was actually that it was, instead of being a cyst, it was basically an ingrown hair that had gotten impacted over years and then became, annoyed and then became a problem and he had to have surgery. And he was not a tough guy. Like he had a infected cuticle once, and when I had to get a needle out to lance it, I had to sit on him to get to it because he kept screaming and yanking his hand away like a toddler. And I'm like, no. Duncan's tougher than him. Duncan the other day, the doctor said, do you want your flu shot this year? And he said, yes, and patted his shoulder. And I was like, he's a tough dude because he could easily say no. And we couldn't make him get a shot at his size. Duncan doesn't want to do something. He's not going to.
Yep.
Oh, and we got there. You'll like this, Di, because you said you worked with a guy with special needs. So I walk in and I say to the lady, and Duncan's, it's his doctor's office as well as mine. And I'm like, I'm here to check in Duncan. Is he here? And I said, he's in the van. He'll be in a second. And she said, he's out there with his caregiver. Well, he has to be in here before I'm allowed to check you in. I said, no. And she said, yeah, that's our policy. And I can't do anything else without talking to Kelly, who's my PA. And I was like, well, I guess go do that then, because I said, you see the lady behind me with the cane? He'll be in her lap while you check us in. He'll be like, oh, look, it's a grandma lady. And he'll sit on her. So I would like us to get checked in and be ready. And it was funny because as soon as the nurse realized we were there, she was, she got it. But it was this woman at the front desk. I'm like, I'm not just saying this for your health. It was like when the other day, was Michelle on with Pam or you, and she was talking about them using clippers on her son after she'd said he doesn't like them. And it's like, as mom, we're not just telling you this for our health.
Yeah.
When I'm like, give him a high five, don't shake his hand, it isn't because I'm full of it's because he's really strong and he doesn't know, and he will crush your sorry little old hand.
Yes, like the one that I had that you couldn't say no to. But when you're in a
Duncan, it's more like
the first thing that comes to your head is, no, don't do that. Nope,
yep.
Wrong.
Duncan, it's not so much that it's like, if he gets panicked, he grabs your shirt or he hugs too hard or whatever. So if you shake his hand, he might hold on, and it won't necessarily be to harm you. But, when somebody's old and has arthritis or just, tiny, which I just constantly tell him, I'm like, you can't hug Papa Bob like that because Papa Bob is tiny, because he doesn't really understand old, but tiny he understands. So like he didn't see my dad the last few months of his life because Dad was so frail, and he loved Papa. And if he would have hurt Papa, he would have been mortified.
Yeah.
Right, Stacy? Well, and I mean, I understand the policy. It's like, you don't want to check somebody in who might not actually be on the property. Like, somebody be like, oh, he's on his way here in his car. No, he's literally in the van with his caregiver. I just need you to say, bring him in, because, and I just said to her, I go, we literally sit half an hour in the entryway at a restaurant the other day because Duncan didn't want to move and none of us can physically move him. I just realized I haven't been showing everybody my cute bears as I'm making them. Are you leaving?
Sorry, I had to go let the dog in because Pat had left her out.
No, I was trying to figure out, my husband went downstairs. I was trying to figure out if he was like going downstairs to stay, or because if he was, I was going to open the door so I don't freeze and die.
All right.
So this one, what did I just do with it? How did I make a card and then set it down? There it is. It'll go on just half of a card base. What is that? A rose con leche?
Mhm.
My husband made a rose con leche, people. Are you jealous?
A what?
Arroz con leche.
I don't know
Rice,
what that is.
rice cream.
Oh, okay.
Like, in this case, it's a hot... hold on.
Hot
It's a
rice
rice
with milk and sugar.
Yeah, you cook it with milk and cinnamon and like a cinnamon
Yeah.
stick. And this one, in this case, it's a Mexican one. But this kind of card you make with all your pattern paper, and then you just stick it on a quarter of a sheet, and it opens up, and then it's all pretty, and you just put a small piece in there.
All right.
I've decided that this year I want to use up some of the papers I have. So I literally have been looking for stuff that like it uses a lot of paper to make a card. And that's the opposite of what most people think. But like that way I don't have as much crap to put away at the end of this season.
Hi, Ellen.
Hi, Ellen. My Thanksgiving was pretty good. Uneventful. Have rice cream. Leche. Oh. Excuse me for chomping in your ears, guys.
Oh, good.
Honestly, I think the guy in the woods, if there ever was a guy in the woods, Ellen, he was there hiding because he had drugs. So I don't think he had any malfeasance on my behalf. And my house isn't someplace. Actually, anywhere out here where we live is not the place to go. You know what would be funny? If I walked up to these people's house, because everybody out here has a gun. And I have 7 pit bulls. Not a single one of them is naturally an aggressive dog.
Yep.
However, if I were to open the back door and say, get them, I think that would scare the living shit out of somebody, and their heart attack or broken leg when they ran away would be effective.
Yeah.
Like my neighbor once came to the house and she said, she messaged me because she's only a mile and a half away, but she's on a different power grid. So she had no power, and she's like, I have heat because we have a geothermal pump, but I can't make coffee. Can I come down and use your electricity? I said, yep. And she said she came down, and she said she walks in, and Camilla, the head pit bull at the time, came into the kitchen, walked in, looked at her like she was stupid for plugging in a coffee pot, and then walked over and sat in front of the refrigerator and stared up at where her cookies were. Like, hey, Martha, we keep the cookies up there. Like, no, you can't come in here, but just, while you're here, if you don't mind. This is really good.
Good job.
It's better than the store-bought pie we had with dinner tonight. Not hating on anybody who buys store-bought pies, but I'm a baker, so I tend to be fussier about, like, if I'm going to have pie, I want it to be the good stuff. And I had pecan pie. Because I definitely do not eat store-bought pumpkin pie.
I like to make everything myself. That way I know what goes into it. Mm-hmm. And that 90% of the time, 99% of the time, it's going to taste better.
Well, I know how I like things. So if I like extra cinnamon, I put extra cinnamon. If I,
Yes.
we don't hardly ever eat out at any place that you would call like home cooking or like American type food. No, nobody place that really does roasts or chicken or any of that because I cook it better than they do because I cook it the way I like it.
Yeah.
And so we eat Thai food and we eat Chinese food and stuff that I'm not as good at making.
That's why I only go to the one Thai restaurant. There's several in town, but this one makes the best of everything. So why would you go elsewhere if you know consistently
Right.
over 17 years that you're going to get a great meal there?
I go get Mexican food
takeaways
at the same place all the time, and like enough that the guys at the restaurant, the reason we have a recipe for a arroz con leche is because they've made it for us. Like they don't make it at the restaurant, but they made it for each other and then they share with us.
Yeah.
Mrs. Smith's pies aren't bad. And we used to have a restaurant down here that made amazing pies and they weren't bad, but I make a chocolate silk pie that makes you have to smoke afterwards, and it's possible that you have to marry the person who made it for you. And I make cookies and cakes, and so I tend to, if I'm going to do it, I'm doing it right.
Yep. It's nothing worse than going to a new place that people have raved about and you lay down, $80-$90 for 2 meals.
Right.
And it's like, that's disgusting.
Right.
What were they thinking?
Well, and it's, I don't even hardly buy, go someplace and get a steak unless I know that it's a really good steak, because the steak in my freezer I raised.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Today, Tom's grandma said, what did she say? I was talking about a client who didn't know that people in the world ate lamb because I took my lambs to the butcher.
Yeah.
Because I had sold them to British people here who fight over good lamb. Because you can't get it here. And so I was talking about that. She goes, I could never do that. And I'm like, are you a vegetarian? No, I eat beef. But lambs are so cute. And I'm like, have you ever seen a calf? And either be a vegetarian or don't.
Yeah.
But I have people who are like, I don't know how you can raise your own animals and then kill them. And I'm like, you eat meat. So you eat things that may have been treated horribly. At least I know mine were treated well.
Exactly.
And even the last day of their life, I make sure that they're treated well.
Right before they go to freezer camp.
I lead them in. I don't let them stun them, chase them or nothing. I don't like it. It's hard, but adulting is crap.
Need another one.
How is it I just had that pack of paper, now it's hiding again?
Apparently it's crafting with me that happens. Just losing things all the time.
There. Yeah, my poor husband has been having to cook more, and I haven't been making desserts, and And so he's like, I miss, and I'm like, I just can't do it all the time. First of all, I don't have the time. And second of all, I don't need to be eating that crap.
Yeah, we don't do processed food here very often at all. Like, you never find a frozen pizza or stuff like that in my freezer because I make really good pizza.
Well, I can't say that because we have kids. So
yeah.
How did I manage that? Apparently measuring is for suckers.
Absolutely it is.
I don't know 1.5 from 1 3/4 apparently when I'm concentrating on my arroz con leche and not, brains.
I get it wrong when I am concentrating.
This is a really good, if you have paper that's got one side that's really fancy and the other side is meh, this is a good one because it shows off a lot of the fancy paper. 1.5, Cheryl, you can do it.
Hi, Kelly. Kel.
Kel.
Happy Turkey Day. Okay, we need to go over there.
It's arroz con leche, Ellen. It's rice. You cook it in milk, and then you add cream or more milk to it, and then you cook it with cinnamon sticks and some sugar, and so it's like a rice pudding. So, but it's not like gross, clumpy. I don't know how to describe it. So it's kind of looks like cheesy rice, but it's sweet. It's yum. And it's cinnamony and hot. And, it's cold out here, so I'm liking it. So that's why my husband, he knows he's freezing me to death, so he's trying to keep me alive for a little while. He's probably increasing my insurance right now.
It's very sweet of him to keep you alive.
It is very good, Ellen. It's Thanksgiving, and it's the best thing I've had all day. I have to grab some more glue runner. I'll be right back.
Don't tell me I've run out of red card stock.
What? I'll reach you some.
Oh no, I've got plenty of red, but not that shade of red. No, it's got to be the right shade of red. Let me have a look in my box. Right, then. Well,
this is going to sound so stupid, but I got my nails done like professionally and they did gel. And I don't know if it's just that little extra thickness of nail polish, but I can't pick anything up. Like, I don't know how people who have acrylic nails pick anything up. Well, if you have any Hispanic friends and you can sucker them into making you some arroz con leche, you should. Like, offer them chocolate chip cookies and trade or something. And you need to get it like when it's warm. I mean, you can buy arroz con leche at like the supermarket in the pudding section, and it would be a good effort to be like, oh, that's okay. But if you think it's okay, then you'll love the real stuff. Because the stuff in the supermarket is, wah, wah. Haha. I knew you were about to run out.
just knew it.
Yeah, for me, it's literally like I go to pick something up and my nail is just that, it's very barely thicker, but it's, nails aren't very thick to begin with. So I can't pick stuff up off my mat or anything. But I don't know that I'm regretting the gel because it's a nice, it hasn't chipped off, and I did, in the days that I worked, I did something like I groomed 25 dogs. So I still have nail polish on, which is impressive because usually my nail polish lasts about 8.5 minutes.
Oh, this colour's going to have to do. It's a little bit redder than the other one, but it's all I have. Trying to work through the 5,000 packs of cardstock that I have. And then I only ever going to keep white and black, no other colour.
I have made my goal. That's what I'm using, this boring white cardstock. I'm using all the pre-cut cards I got when I bought out that lady's craft stash. I'm using those, and I'm using my off-brand colors if I can make them close enough to match before I allow myself to buy any new cardstock because I have 4 different brands of cardstock and 17 different shades of red, and
yeah.
So,
and then I've decided that I will only keep craft white and black cardstock. From then on, if I need a color, I'll paint it, dye it.
Yeah. I did a card today where I left that back and then I just took the ink and inked around the edge so that, when I put the front layer on the card, it stood out and it was perfect. And I'm like, yeah, I need to do that because I don't mind buying but I'm going to limit my palette because I use the same colors all the time. I have preferred colors for sure. And I have some craft cardstock that's too thin, and then I have some that's like 110 pounds, and it's almost like I almost have to pay extra postage even if I don't do anything else to which I don't enjoy. That needs something behind it, or it's not. Oh, I didn't know what you had. I'm like, what in the heck is that noise?
That would be my big rotary cutter. It's cutting through several layers of cardstock at the same time.
Yeah, it doesn't feel weird here. Like she only did she was like, "Do you want me to do another layer?" No, I do not. But it definitely feels like I can't pick up, see that little thing there? Cannot. There, I got him. But it feels like when you cut your nails too short. That's what I feel like right now.
So it's a little thicker.
Yeah. It's the thickness, the depth of my nails is too much. Yep. So they're not good pokey tools anymore. Oh, well, that is crooked as shit. It's in the forest. It's fine. I donate like 85 or 90 cards to the local nursing home. So I do a lot of mass making.
Yeah, all of my...
Hi, Angie.
All of my very first cards I made all went to the local thrift store and the nursing home. Hi, Angie. Hello. Good night. Auf Wiedersehen. Good farewell.
So long, farewell. I'll quit before you hang up on us. I have not had any bourbon, therefore no drinking, no singing. It's funny, the other day somebody said something after I had gone out and had a few drinks after Rain died, and like they were concerned for my that I have a severe drinking problem. I'm like, no, the reason it was a problem is I don't drink, and therefore I have zero tolerance.
It's like when I have my one and only Baileys for the year, that first 2 sips, then I get the warm and fuzzies, and I know that I can't drink anymore.
Right. I had 2 tiny glasses of wine with dinner tonight, and I was like, wee. And that was because my father-in-law had started pre-gaming because his mother-in-law was there, and he's like, you want some wine? I've already got wine out.
Sure, why not?
I'm not sure red wine pairs with chicken and dressing, though, but it was fine. It was basically a dessert wine.
I don't like wine. I don't like it at all. It just all tastes
I don't
like
I don't like beer. I'm that. Well, yeah, I can't do the really. That's why a dessert wine I'll drink, but I can't drink like a heavy bodied or a Cabernet or something. I don't enjoy it.
No.
We literally have a winery here in town called Oliver's, and they may as well make juicy juice, but with alcohol.
Right.
So I still haven't decided exactly which cards I'm sending to the mailing list for the Ginger Cat Club.
I've got them all sitting on the dining room table. I sent a couple out the other day. Now I've got to wait and see if I make enough money on this market to send the rest of them.
You can do it.
I can do it.
Good night, Ellen. Sleep well.
Good night, Ellen. Bye-bye.
Oh, look, Di, look what I found at the little art rehab store.
Hang on.
It's fine. It's just a little piece of jewelry.
I'm putting a million little tiny stars into a teeny tiny little box. Yes.
Okay. I'll put this little tree down and we shall return to it. I just saw him sitting here and I was so excited by how cute he is. Because I'm a toddler.
Of course.
Oh, there you are. Hold on.
Waiting. Oh, isn't that cute?
So I think I got him for 50 cents.
Cute.
And some little Christmas trees. So yeah, they had like little jewelry and pins and stuff in the art rehab store. And I'm like, heck yeah. He will totally go on the front of a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer or on the tag.
I love little Christmas bits like that. Ornaments and things that are flattish, they're not too big to whack on the
He's supposed to be, he was a brooch at some point.
Yep.
Make a little pin.
Because I got a couple of stars the same way at the rehab. Are they handy?
Yeah, my other ones are like little Christmas trees, but they're not here.
These two brooches I got for, I think they're $1 each.
Oh. Those are big chunky ones. I like it.
Yeah, they are. I think this one's a necklace and this one's a brooch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. We had a discussion once about like Christmas is the one time a year I like obnoxious, and I don't mean that like in a bad way, but like I like gaudy and big and baubles and all of that at Christmas.
Flashing light, flashing headbands. Yeah.
Right. And, the rest of the year I'm like, okay, that's too much stuff. Take it down. You go to somebody's house and you're like, okay, they have 7,000 tchotchkes. I don't know how you keep track of it. Well, of course, they probably feel the same way about my paper. But like at Christmas, I'm all about the tchotchkes.
Yeah.
I actually got a little sign that I can't decide if it's too big to make the front of a... Stupid tree. Let me put this down and then I'll go see it. And you see if you think it's too big to use on a journal. I might get warm for half a second when I walk in here. Honey, it's freezing.
Just going to regret that, going into the warmth and coming out back to the cold.
Here, I got this thinking I could put it on a journal, but then I can't decide if it's too chunky.
Did you see Jen's journal last night that she made with our Russ collaboration? She's got half a friggin' car on the front of that thing.
Do you see this, though?
Yes, it's cute. That's not too big.
Yeah, so it was like a little board. And then... No, the other thing. I have returned.
Woohoo!
So I got this guy. Hi, Stacy. Oh, awesome, Tammy. And I got, if you want to put it on me, I went to the little church sale. Die.
I'm coming back now. Let me put you on full again. Okay, go.
So I got these at the little church sale. Like little cross stitched and cross stitched. And this honkin' ASS tablecloth that had some stains, so it was 50 cents because this is coming off, but it's got fringe I can use, and look at these.
Awesome. I make good
And
tabs and pockets and
right. And then this was just like, I assume it was a like a cloth napkins. So it is green and red check.
they make great journal covers.
Right? No, but see, this is what I picked up for the journal covers. Are you ready?
Ready. Oh, that's cute. I got a grey one like that, but it was a table runner, grey with stars and snowflakes, and I think it's got a snowman on it.
Got a sticker where they stuck the sticker right over the snowman because they're Dilfels. But like, this is going to be so adorable as a journal cover.
Absolutely.
And it's pretty thick, so I'll probably take it off. And then it's, they did the backing behind us, so I'll probably take it off of this before I wrap a journal with it. But
yeah,
I got 4 of these, and then even the part that's not, it's a pattern, but it looks cable stitched.
But you could use that as a complete cover. You don't have to add cardboard to it. It has soft cover.
Yeah, that's true. But it's huge. Do I like fold the edges over? Maybe to make it slightly smaller, because it would be.
Yeah, I'd trim it down and probably just hem it, or even just stitch it and let it fray.
Yeah.
Back to the stitching,
Trying to see what I have around here that I could use for a size comparison, but it's just, and I have 4 of those. So, and then the Goodwill had these papers that look like that ceiling stuff.
Yep. They're really expensive now, those papers. They're like $4 a sheet.
Yeah, that's exactly. And I got them. I mean, it wasn't cheap, but for 99 cents each, I grabbed them because.
Yeah, good idea. Good buying. I've banned myself from going to any after Christmas sales for a long time because I have got so much.
And then a pack of stamps for $1.99 though.
Oh, that's good.
With
good
a peacock.
Price. Good shopping.
I mean, I didn't really need more stuff, but whatever.
Yeah, I've got absolutely no room to bring anything else except glue into this craft room for a long time. It's ridiculous the amount of stuff I've got in here. Time to use it all up.
Yeah, I feel like if I can make the stitching look like it's on purpose, if I can cut it off here, it's like the perfect size.
Yes.
Because it's just so tall. I mean, 11, 13 inches tall.
Okay. Does it fit?
Oh, it's hard work.
Hey?
He said, I'll countersign the one you filled out. I said, no. They want you to fill out the form.
What are you talking about?
Dr. Mo with the
Oh, okay. Yeah.
thing, transport form. No, you can't cancel online. You've got to fill out the whole new form. Oh, I'll find one. I gave you one. Oh, that's not good enough. Perfect form that they gave me from there. So she's going to find another form, fill it out.
Oh yeah, I paid 99 cents each for the placemats too.
It's hard work.
All right.
Hi, Patrick.
Gone.
Oh,
Gone.
piss
Like
off,
the wind.
Patrick.
In
He's zippy for an old guy.
he is. Comes in, goes blah 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 blah, and leaves. So they don't. The hospital sent this form that has to be filled out by the GP, right? So he takes it in, and the GP says, "Oh, I've got a different form." No, this is the one that they want you to fill out. It's like, it's a whole big song and dance. Just fill the fucking form out that they gave you, will you? For God's sake.
Good for you. I'm glad you have a different one. Do this one anyway.
Yes.
They really do make stuff so difficult.
They do. It's like, here's the form. All you've got to do is fill it out, sign it, and I can email it back to the hospital.
Yeah, Duncan had to see his doctor this week because Medicaid wouldn't approve skilled nursing at his without him having seen the doctor in the last 6 months. So, okay, cool. So we go to the doctor and we do all that. And the lady at the doctor's office was like, "Do you want a copy of this form?" I'm like, "No, I don't need a copy of this form. They do. I don't care. Like, I know. I don't know why they needed it, but they do. So that's it to them." I feel like Tom's TV is so loud that you guys are listening to his TV more than...
Oh, it's like Patrick last night, whatever he was watching. Some stupid tractor backing up. Beep, 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 beep.
It's been so weird the last 2 nights because normally Tom just like, he goes to bed, he gets done with work and goes to bed early. And then like, he's like up here watching TV and I'm like, "What are you doing? Are you feeling completely well?"
Oh, what did I do? Hang on. If you can't. Die.
Oh, get off of me.
What die? What? Oh, get off of her. Camera hog?
Yes, everybody's really enjoying my cutting over here, I'm sure.
Oh, I was sure that they're waiting for the riveting, punching out of circles and inking of pages that I'm doing over here.
Stacy, can you do a blanket stitch?
Not
Is that
much
something you have to do
exciting,
by hand?
sorry, lady. Yes.
Because I'm not great at hand stitching. I'm not horrible at it, but I tend to do like long stitch, long stitch, stab myself, long stitch, short stitch.
Blanket stitch is really easy to do. Remember the old pink checked blankets, wool blankets we used to have? They had that stitching
I know
on the
exactly
edge of
what a blanket stitch is. I just have never tried to do it myself.
Okay, yeah, it's very easy. That's my fridge beeping because Patrick's standing there with the doors open. I bet you're making himself a salad. He don't just take everything out. Shut the door. Make a salad.
I walked by the other day. Lily had the fridge door open. And I shut it. And she's like, "Well, I was going back to it in a minute." I'm like, "Well, in a minute, you can open it again." I pay the electric bill. I swear when I was a kid, I was like, "I'll never say that." Yep, I do. Totally say it.
Yep, I say that all the time to my granddaughter.
And I wish that my mom was alive to apologize to her. Now he's throwing things, it sounds like, Di.
He's looking for something that he can't find, obviously.
YouTube is busy in this house. Tom's in the other room watching YouTube. That's what he's got on the TV. He follows some guy who does like a deep dive into bands, and he loves it. But I'm like, I could be in a coma by the end of the videos.
It's like he goes, do you want to watch a movie? Oh, not really. I'll find something we can both watch. And like the first 5 minutes, the last one was someone got a meat cleaver to the head, shot in the face.
Right.
2 other people were, arms are missing, and this guy's gone rampant. And it's like, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm going to craft.
Yeah, I like movies. We don't like the same kind of TV shows or movies. He's like, well, do you want to watch, like, he started watching that. There's a series called Ozark. And like, it's just too much. Like when the woman supposedly drowned and then didn't drown, came back. I'm like, I'm out. I can't. So, we watched Yellowstone together and some other stuff.
I really like Yellowstone, but I haven't got to the end yet. I haven't watched the last few seasons.
We just did we get the whatever streaming service and we watch crap, and then you cancel until they get some new stuff.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to pay for all the streaming services at once. Like I haven't had Netflix for a few months because mostly I was doing YouTube and like ran out of stuff to watch.
Yeah.
So I may have to get it like if they do a Black Friday sale for a couple months, just so that they have that Eddie Murphy documentary. I'd like to watch it.
And then there was like I was watching Shameless, and they did so many series on whatever channel it was, and then they stopped streaming it. It's like, well, I want to watch the end of it.
Yeah, there was something I was watching, and like the Netflix only had like NCIS. Like they had the first 7 seasons, and then it skips 5, and then it comes back. I'm like, no, that's not all right. Made 9 of those. I have like 1, 2 more bears left and some trees. Will that bear fit on a
that was quick. What the hell? What are you doing back? That was barely enough time to eat, let alone entertain everybody.
She's so entertaining. She did it like super fast. Hi, Pam. What she meant to say was, welcome back, our dearest friend. Not, what the?
Welcome back, Pam. That was very fast.
She tried. She tried, Pam. I don't know what to tell you.
You surprised me. I wasn't expecting you back so fast. Probably. I just have to find where. I think I watched the first 4 seasons.
We said you look pretty today, Pam.
I said, my, we've missed you. You've been gone so long. That's what I said. That's what I said. Don't believe
That's what I
anything
heard.
else anybody says.
You're going to stay quiet over there? What happened?
What do you mean, what happened? What?
Somebody's saying they're being quiet. I don't know who it is because I don't recognize the screen name, but I didn't think that was a thing we did over here.
I'm just going to say, they're not going to throw us under the bus. That's what they're saying.
I was nice. You're the one that was like, why is she back already?
I didn't say that. I don't believe it, Pam. She's been a cow.
A crafty cow. Thank you.
Crafty cow.
Change my damn channel name. What some people take as an insult, I do not. You're scared. Well, are you new here? Because you stayed. You're brave if you stayed when you just came in and were being mean to poor Pam.
Welcome to my channel. We're not mean. We just weren't expecting Pam to be back so soon.
She
Seems
was adulting.
Adulting with her family.
Hi, Tim. Welcome, welcome. We're having crafting and a rose con leche at my house.
Well, Tim, I think I know you from Pam's channel anyway, so I think I've seen you over there.
We shouldn't be too hard for us to remember our male friends because they're so outnumbered here. So brave.
They're very brave. Very brave.
Can you get estrogen poisoning online?
Yes, it's a thing. Hi, my quiet corner. It's not very quiet in here. Cheryl's being really noisy.
I am obnoxious. What do you expect from a crafty cow? Let's see. What shape do I cut these out into? Pam, you forgot to come oil my chair.
Don't lurk. You've got to come in and be a part of the fun. We don't bite hard. Well, I speak for myself, but I can't speak for Cheryl.
No, I have sensitive teeth. I can't just be biting people. That's crazy talk. Too big.
Need some WD-40 on that chair, woman.
If only my husband was a mechanic. Oh, wait. Damn it. That is so close. 7 million punches, and watch me have one that won't punch out this. What would you say? You?
Searching for charms. Awesome. Just made some charms last night on my live, which would have been your this morning. Made some dangles.
Got spurs that dingle dangle. That's not it. Sorry. Punched them too close, made them too close together to use this one. Ah!
The link's in the thingy if you come into play, Pam, or haven't you got rid of them yet?
They can hear you.
Oh, sorry. God, Lana's not here. That's twice I've left the lid off my glossy accents.
Are you going to get grounded?
I'm going to get grounded. She'll tell me off.
I haven't ever heard her tell anybody off. That seems unlikely. I don't normally care that I have fat fingers, but right now it's very inconvenient.
Fat fingernails.
No, this is my fingers that are the problem.
Okay.
I'm one of those. I wear a size 10 ring, so I can honestly say I have fat fingers for sure.
Oh, well, CD players are vintage now, Tim. Nobody uses them anymore. It's all MP3 and streaming these days. I still have a CD player in my car, though.
Me too.
For
The last time I
trips
tried to put a CD in it, though, it did not behave itself.
Yeah. Alrighty. How many more have I got to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I've got no words left. Right. No, don't do that.
I'm throwing things again.
So rough.
Now we see the violence inherent in the system.
Oh, it's an envelope. These words too big.
Jenny wording badly tonight, Tim.
So try and get me into trouble. I wasn't mean to you at all. I was just questioning why you were back so early. I wasn't mean. I didn't say anything mean.
And I said, welcome back. So. And I said that's what Di meant to say. Because I knew what she meant to say.
dear, that was a yawn.
Cut that shit out.
Nearly lunchtime. It is lunchtime. I need food. Where's my word sheet? Do I have any
more?
Words. Words. These words. Are they too big? Are they smaller? They might work.
So, Tim, are you a crafter? What kind of crafts do you do? See, Di won't inquisition you, but Pam will. And I will inquisition you.
There you go.
On behalf of Di. You use a lot of paper trimmers for somebody who hates paper trimmers, FYI.
I do. That's why I hate them so much, because there isn't a decent one on the market.
This one is my my favorite one of the bladed kind. And the guillotine, I have a decent guillotine, but I have a tiny one like the one you have, but it's an off-brand, and I hate it. The top, this much of it cuts, and then the bottom goes cattywampus.
Okay. That one I got on sale on Crafts Online. It was only like $22, and it's like, yep, thank you very much. And it's brilliant. And I'm looking at getting one that will do a 12 sheet of paper, because that little one doesn't cut.
That dog won't hunt, and that paper trimmer won't cut.
Yep.
I see that my husband does not have YouTube Premium, because I just heard an ad go.
We don't have Premium either.
I did it when I canceled my Netflix. I'm like, I'm watching more YouTube than I'm watching anything else. And so for me, it's the trade-off. And like, I probably would not have ended up on the lives that I have, because
I haven't planned to get something set up this Saturday. I haven't done any recording in a long time, so I have to reset everything up. You asked a question and you didn't even look at the answers.
Oh, I'm the worst. Tim has already been inquisitioned. Well, on your channel, but not here. Lord.
Getting into junk journeying, and also a long time knitter. Awesome. I crochet.
That is really cool.
In the winter. Crochet is my winter sport.
I tried knitting because I grew up crocheting, and the switch over, because I don't remember whether there's continental and then there's a different crocheting how you hold. I hold my crochet hook like a pencil. So that makes it hard to transfer to knitting, holding your hook like that. So I did it. I managed to knit like a headband thing. And then I went, all right, I proved I could do it. Now I quit. And went back to crocheting. And then I spun my own yarn for a while.
When I was late teen, right into when I first started having babies, I used to knit fair old jumpers with the pattern around the yoke is always knitted on a round needle with that Nordic pattern in it, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I used to knit and sell.
I don't get to inquisition anybody because I'm crafting and distracted. I'm the worst.
Absolute worst. What sort of inquisitioner are you?
I'm a horrible, horrible person. But that's irrelevant to the topic. We already knew that. I hope they still make a refill for that color. I love this color and I think it's running out.
What color is it?
It's called Shaded Spruce. It's kind of it's a green, like almost a forest green, but just tiniest bit of teal, like backdrop to it. I'd show you on the camera, but it's not going to show true. So probably looks just green. But it's kind of a warmer green than.
I've got iced spruce from the Ranger thing. It's a nice color. That's that bluey green, but more to the grey side.
Yeah. I keep my eyes peeled. If they don't make stuff, then I keep my eyes peeled on like the resale groups and I buy re-inkers when people post them.
So my husband just informed me that we're supposed to get storms all weekend, so this market may not be happening.
It was clear all day and the TV kept saying winter storm warning. I'm like, are you drunk? What was that?
Your ADHD is and Pam, she says.
I spent longer with my family than you did yours, so I have an excuse. They do. They make a re-inker for this Shaded Spruce, so I'm happy.
Very good.
You know what's funny, Pam, that my doctor won't prescribe me medicine. I have to see a psychologist because apparently she can't diagnose ADHD. I said, you should just watch a couple of videos and you'd know. Ooh, a competition. We'd both lose. We have my daughter. But I think the changes in hormones as I've hit the 50 mark, my ADHD is considerably worse. So I'm like, I don't think I could pass the classes I took in college with my ADHD like it is now. Excuse me scraping the bowl of my food, but
you're just making me hungry. Now I have to go and get lunch very soon. You know that.
I'm sorry that I had amazing arroz con leche and you can't have any.
That didn't sound very sincere at all.
My bad. Tim's thinking about leaving again. She's like, that's it. Well, you missed it, Tim, because my husband just wandered in and he randomly decided to make homemade arroz con leche. And I was very happy to have some. because to be honest, I don't like most of the things we eat on Thanksgiving. So that was the best thing I've had all day. Yeah, I could see that, Stacey May, but a doctor would be, she's wanting to send me to a psychologist versus a medical doctor. I could see if it was psychiatrist, but I would think at my age, if it was schizophrenia, there'd be some bodies to count. That's why the doctors aren't allowed to diagnose it. That's a little silly. So a psychologist with a, do you have to have a master's degree to be a psychologist or just a bachelor's? Is more appropriate to diagnose it? Okay, so the cornmeal mush probably would have a texture I couldn't take, but rice pudding is good. Try to look up a good rose con leche recipe because it's like rice pudding, but with more. It's got cinnamon and like it's hot. It's like tastier. All right. Do I make more cards with the bears or do I use them for other stuff?
I don't know, but I am going to sign off very shortly because I need food. Seems I had breakfast at like 5 o'clock this morning. I need to have
and I
some
probably
lunch.
need to leave this frozen tundra of a room. And I made 9 Christmas cards plus, what was it, 12 tags.
Good job. I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 inappropriate Christmas cards. That's not bad.
No, I think I did. I've made 35 Christmas cards in the last couple days. So I only need to make 50 more.
I'm going to count the amount of cards I've got out there for the market so I know.
Everybody else can look, but Di can't see her own card. Look away, Di.
I'm not looking. I have to put you on full though, and then not look.
Okay.
I'm not looking.
Look it. And I blinged it. You can look now. Get off me.
Okay.
It was it's mostly due to very nice paper that looked nice, Austin, but it was Tim, sorry. I'll look up and see Austin and that's what I read. But Di likes blingy things, so that's why I blinged it up for her.
I like the bling. I do like the bling. Bling, bling.
Which, by the way, I've been using these Nuvo crystal glaze instead of the other drops everybody uses, the clear stuff. I like this. I would have to do a couple things and let them dry to compare them, but I don't know. I still have some Aussie Christmas paper.
Come and feed me, Pam. I wouldn't have to get off, but you won't. So I have to go and get
Rude,
my own.
Pam. Just rude.
All right, I'm going to get lunch. I'll check his back on Pammy's later.
Bye, guys.
Bye. check you over on Pam's.